Good evening, warriors. Today is February 13th, and I wanted to share with you um, some awareness of what's happening right now. We are in a crisis worldwide when it comes to mental health. So I want to spend some time on this video to make all of my warrior friends aware of what's going on. The crisis is real. Mental health matters. Canada and the world are in the grips of a mental health crisis that ruins health, threatens lives, and hurts economies. Knowing the facts is the first step on the way to creating new hope. Warriors, it's a global problem, and we are not immune, none of us. So that is why we need to stand up now to stigma. According to the World Health Organization, around 450 million people currently struggle with mental illness. 450 million. We definitely aren't alone in our suffering. Making it the leading cause of disability worldwide. Here at home, it affects more than 6.7 million. That's Canada, by the way. In fact, 1 in 2 Canadians have or have had a mental illness by the time they reach 40 years old. Alarming? I would say so. That is why, warriors, we all need to get involved. We can make a difference from a place of our hearts. I know it. I know it's my purpose. So, the cost of mental illness is another area. Mental illness is a leading cause of disability in this country, preventing nearly 500,000 employed Canadians from attending work each week. To make matters worse, the cost of disability leave due to physical illness is about double the cost of leave, and the economic burden of mental illness in Canada is an estimated, are you ready for this? 51 billion per year, including healthcare costs, lost productivity, and reductions in health-related quality of life. Most people don't think of mental illness as something you can die from, at least not in the same way that people die from cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. Yet the interrelationship between addictions and other forms of mental illness and their connection to physical health is undeniable. Here again, the numbers are all too real. This crisis, we have to get involved, warriors. Listen to this. Opioid overdoses now account for more deaths in Canada than automobile accidents. The World Health Organization estimates one person dies by suicide every 40 seconds. Seconds, there is someone taking their own life because they cannot cope or deal with the pain and suffering because they've never been provided tools to keep fighting like a strong warrior, like we are doing together now. Over 4,000 Canadians die by suicide every year. This is heartbreaking. An average of 11 per day. People with mood disorders are at much higher risk of developing a long-term medical condition. People with mental illness are 2 times more likely to have a substance use problem versus the general population. People with mental illness and addiction are more likely to die prematurely versus the general population. Tobacco addiction is the leading cause of premature death in Canada. Another area we need to get involved is access to resources and services is a major barrier. There is not enough help, and that is why we as loved ones, as friends, as co-workers have to step up and reach out and talk about mental health, mental illness. It is okay to not be okay. I will say that over and over and over again. Only half of Canadians experiencing a major depressive episode receive adequate care. 1/3 of Canadians aged 15 or older who report having a need for mental health care say those needs were not fully met. 75% of children with mental disorders do not have access to specialized treatment. 75% of children that are suffering, that don't have tools, that don't know that it's okay to not be okay and to talk about it and to be accepted in our society. 75%, that's our future that we're talking about. We need to get involved, warriors. This is our purpose. This is our calling. This is our divine meaning in life. We can all do this. We can all help each other, and we can make the world a better place, I believe. Aboriginal youth are about 5 to 6 times more likely to die by suicide than non-Aboriginal youth. Suicide rates for youth are among the highest in the world, at 11 times the national average. Our youth matter. We need to put in the schools curriculum to teach compassion, empathy, understanding, acceptance, belonging, kindness, love. Those are the important things for our future, for our children. We need to embrace each other's differences, and we warriors can do this by teaching, educating, getting involved, sharing videos like I'm doing, creating Facebook groups. We can do this. Having committees or workshops in your communities. I have so many ideas to get the word out there. So it's really, mental health is a high risk priority worldwide, not just Canada, not just the States. I have a friend in Africa that's telling me he wants me to go to Africa to help there. They're having a crisis. It's everywhere, warriors. Let's be a voice. Let's stand up to stigma and share our unique stories. We all have powerful, beautiful minds. We've been silenced. It's time for us to be creative, and our minds are like the Einsteins. Autism, you're brilliant. You've got a gift. You've been stigmatized. Everyone thinks that something's wrong with you, and your mind is so powerful it believes. And it's not true. Believe in who you truly are. Believe in what you have to give. Believe from a place of your heart like I do. I know we can make a difference. We are already creating hope for each other. We need to educate and make others aware and understand the truth about stigma. Let's make it our mission to help those around us understand that mental health is health and that we can do something about it. We are powerful warriors coming from a place of our hearts. Let's be grateful for who we are and what we have in our life. Unhappiness and depression comes when we focus on what we don't have. Let's focus on what we do have and focus on where we want to be. We can feel better almost instantly. Appreciation and gratitude is the single most powerful way out of depression. Any low, dark places. You cannot feel both deep gratitude and negativity at the same time. It's impossible. Gratitude and depression do not go together. We all know life always throws us challenges and obstacles our way. It's how we react to these obstacles. Let's figure out why we feel down by learning how our brain works, how our mind works, how our thoughts work, how we can trick our brain and redirect our thoughts. Focus on the positive thoughts. Focus on positive energy. The happiest people I know do not compare themselves to each other. They run their own race and they are happy for others to run theirs. They lift each other up. We are all equal. We all matter. We all have the same purpose. Happy people don't have to have the best of everything. However, they make the best of everything. Things will never work out as planned. This is life. It's not a perfect movie. How you respond to how things work out will determine the quality of your life. It's the choices we make, warriors. Let me ask you this. Do you believe there has ever in the history of this world lived a human being that was depressed beyond measure in a world of pain and suffering, but still somehow managed to turn it around and create a life not only amazing, but envied by others? I know of many, and I'm certain you all can name a few too. The truth is, the pain we feel when we are depressed, anxious, sad, fearful, worried, obsessive thoughts, anxiety, they're coming from our thoughts about our current life situation or situations, not the events. Our thoughts about events. Our thoughts are powerful. If we change our thoughts, trick our brain, and you change your life, see your pain as growth instead of suffering, See yourself as rising up, reaching higher ground for greater good, greater benefit, overcoming unhappiness, overcoming fear, overcoming anxiety, overcoming worries, overcoming envy, overcoming all the 7 deadly sins. We can do this. We can change our thoughts. We can overcome. We are strong. We have the power within. We've always had the power since birth. We all have the same purpose. Let's focus on where our focus on the feelings we want to feel, the person you want to become, and work towards doing the things that we must do to become that person. So in other words, warriors, chase your dreams and goals like we are right now. If I can do it, so can you. I believe in myself, and I definitely believe in you. Let's create an amazing future, a greater purpose for our life. I'm excited. I can't be miserable anymore. And if I can't be, I know that we can all let go of anything that is in our past, get rid of it, purge it, overcome it. Get excited about who you will become, how you will develop, and who you will be able to help as a result of creating this amazing life for yourself, who will benefit from living a happier life, who will benefit from being the example for others. Let's get to work on our mission, warriors. I'm excited. The sky isn't the limit. The mind that sees the sky is the limit. From my heart to yours.